Hello. I'm changing the titles, but the content is the same. I'm doing it like in a smart way, right? But actually the content is always the same. No, I mean, yeah. Is the War Smite. The War Smiters is the Guild of the Desert, right? Where we have to create the laboratory and all that stuff. So, yeah. I had to reboot. I don't know. My PC was just not moving anymore. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. Okay. Am I ready or not? Maybe. Maybe I'm ready. Pam param pam pam pam. Let me see if I'm ready. Hello? Hello? Okay, I'm here. My PC rebooted, so I don't have anything open anymore. So I have to like reopen everything, like the 25 trillions applications I have open. Usually. So here we need a better plan, because this plan is a shitty plan. I mean, it's not very detailed. It's pieces all over, right? Without any real flow, right? So what the hell is this? Define Quildrake loot and icons. We did that. At least this is done. But we didn't do the distribution yet. But we did this. If this thing could keep the last setting, would have been so nice. New NPC in the desert. Yeah, we have a lot to do. Yeah, so for the Quildrake, we also need to decide the percent. Why this is happening? I mean, I think Paint is the most used program in the world, but they cannot do like those two fixes that everyone needs, right? Keep the previous setting is one of them. Create... So what is the reason why you should not keep the previous setting? Create loot rules. Yeah, we have to create the loot rules, otherwise it will not function. I think we created the items though. Yes. The items we created. So that's done. Create the item stats. Create item stats. Let me put it as a sub bullet somehow, because actually it is. Hello everyone. Hello Ula. Hey. Good evening. Good afternoon. Let's change the music. So did you explore the music of Buckethead or not? Did you? Um, um, so we were working on this quest, right? Do we want to continue? I mean, I would like to, but I would like to, but I would like to. Yes, I would like to finish it actually, but it's not super quick, eh? It's not super quick. Also because we need to connect, right, this story to the real story. You're just seeing use a KFC ad, yes. I don't know exactly why, but use a KFC ad, yes, correct. Oh, we have mix up not working. Fantastic. Why? Jeez. Why being a streamer is so hard? Okay, I had to relog. Now we are relogged. What do you mean? I just did it, bro. Arrgh. Login successfully. Login successful. Can you do it, please? Login success. Oh, login successful. Okay, one good news at least. Overlay widgets. Okay, can we see the overlays? Can we see the overlays? No, they say 0. Okay. So we have to reset that. Yes, I want to reset. Yes, I want to reset. Okay, okay. Done. Finally, it works again. With a white face. Yeah, he's always wears a mask. He doesn't want to be known, so no one knows his face. He never shown his face publicly, ever. Okay. We got a news from we got a news from the modeler. But it is the modeler that I don't like too much, unfortunately. But let's see. He didn't do a good job. So it's let's see if he's you know, the problem with this freaking world now is that you don't speak with people anymore. you speak with AI or you speak with people that speak with AI, right? So this is me, right? This is me. This is me, right? And I have my thing to do, right? I have my task, right? I have my task, and I happily want to do it, right? I happily want to do this task. So I go on a website, right? Being Upwork or Fiverr or whatever, right? And I go on the website and I search people, right? I search people, and here I get someone, right? But that someone is never the real person. Whoever is here, right, is a kind of a multi-shaped monster, right? Is a kind of a multi-shaped monster which is doing nothing else than aggregating jobs, right? Aggregating jobs from different people and pretending to be a person, right? That is what it is. So I speak with this, which by the way speaks perfect English, is always happy, is always right because he's using AI to speak with me, right? So in reality, I'm not really speaking with this guy. In reality, I am speaking with an AI interface, right? So I'm speaking with an AI interface, which is probably doing two things. Is translating. So it's an AI translator, and is also an AI, let's say, so he's clarifying things, you know, is writing messages. So he's also a writer. So he's writing messages, and this thing goes into this blob, which is not a person, but it's probably a group of people that act as a person, because they actually show you a person, but it's not a person. So they show you so in reality, right? In reality, there is a mirror here. There is a mirror, and you see a person, but it's not a person, right? You see a person here, and you think it's this one, right? But in reality, it's this one, right? And this one is so this one is the fake image, right? So this one is just an image. Is a person in quotes, because it's not a person. And then you speak with this guy or girl or whoever it is, or multiple people that present themselves as this nice girl usually. And then this thing is dispatching, you know, whatever you say to multiple other people, which actually I think they exist somehow. I mean, I'm not completely sure, but I think that some of them actually exist, right? And maybe they are not very happy. And I think that these people are themselves dispatching, right, to an AI task, right? So I think there is I cannot do a gear icon, I guess, but I think there is it's very hard to do a gear. So they just use whatever AI tools they can, right, to mesh up something, you know, and then maybe they add a bit of their work. So then this goes back, right? This goes back to me, and so this goes back to me. It goes back to the guy that in reality shows as this girl or this guy, and then it goes back to me this way, right? And I finally get an answer, right? And I finally get an answer. So and I say, hello, did you make the task? And say, yes, I did it. Here is it, right? And you receive a package. You receive a freaking package that 99% of the time is not what you want, right? And and you see it because like the packages are all named differently, right? So then what happens? Then you say, oh, I want to change, right? I want to change. I don't want it this way. I want to change, right? You know what happens with the change is that most likely it's going to another person, right? So it's going into this blob again, and it's going into this blob again, and then this guy may be assigned it to someone else, right? And that someone else is reaching to maybe the same AI, hopefully, but it may also be another AI. So the change comes to you in a different format. So that is impossible, boys. That is freaking impossible. Okay, after I said all of this, now maybe the package is fantastic, right? The famous AI agent, yeah, could be, but yeah, I mean, it's too many steps, right? It never works. What do we have this time? This time. This time is slightly better. This time, yeah, I don't understand this, right? I don't understand this, but anyway. I understand this, but it definitely looks better than before. Yeah, at least you know, at least this is now, you know, more reasonable, I would say. I mean, obviously there are overlaps because they cannot live without overlaps, right? If I tell them, please don't do overlaps, they do overlaps anyway. But anyway, but at least this time the overlaps are not crazy, right? And so the end result is slightly more reasonable. I mean, it would have not costed more to do this, right? It would have not costed much, right? To do like something like this. I don't know, but anyway. And all these things are not. You see, all these things are flat. None of them is round at all, right? None of them is round. So zero roundness, right? While the roundness is what makes the air actually work, right? Because you can make it round and you have like this side, right? This side, you know, going a bit closer to the head, right? This side going a bit, having some volume, and maybe this one, right, going closer again, right? So how hard is this? How hard is this? Why they cannot do it? Why they cannot just do it like this, like a normal person would do it? Why they have to do all flat, right? Why this needs to be all completely flat? Jesus. Why this needs to be completely flat and not just a slightly, you know, more smooth and so like there is a human being behind this, not a monkey. Fuck it, right? I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, if this is the quality that we can get, you know, in 2026 by paying money, I mean, yeah, maybe I'm not paying enough money. You may argue that, but is really a problem. So basically, until the AI will be able to do it fully, we are doomed, right? We are doomed with this half-baked stuff that people don't really care about. Now on this air stuff, I'm getting. Who did this shit, by the way? It looks so weird. I did it. Okay. Word setting. 2 materials? Why we have 2 materials? 2 materials. Man, they decided that there is one piece that is a different material. What the fuck? 3 materials. I mean, random, completely random. It's obviously the same one, right? But they just decided that whatever. There was one piece. This one, right? This one, another material. Okay. Fine. You see, I mean the overall quality is super shit. Is this the yes, I think it is. It is already the opacity one, right? Yeah. Why is 0 opacity though? That's a bit weird, huh? Is this one? No, it's not this. Wait. I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong one. Wait, this is the new one. Okay, this is the new one. There is the previous and there is the new. No, it looks identical though. Well, actually there is a slightly more transparency, but I mean there's a bit more transparency here. Huh? I don't know. I wanted to do something else tonight, so maybe I will not continue to check this, but at the same time I wanted just to see a bit the result, right? It's so annoying that the pivot is at the bottom. Is there a way to have a pivot in your face, in the middle of the thingy? Now, one problem of this is, but I think it's a minor problem anyway. I think it's kind of a minor issue. I mean, can we accept it? Yes, it is good. It is good. I would like to know which one they assigned to this, just for fun, you know? Just for fun. Which one they decided to assign to this guy? That one. Okay. It's not completely wrong. It's actually not completely wrong. I think he's actually correct. So probably a human did it. I mean, it looks like, at least this part, it looks like a human did it. This was the cap. They didn't use the cap that I gave him. I gave him a cap, right? I gave him a cap to use, and he didn't use it. Have you already seen a player asking you to delete his account before today? Yes, I did. Because there is this stupid, well, not stupid, I think it's anyway valuable, but European GDPR law that you need to have a way to delete the data of a user if he asks you. I think in the world history of Plane Shift, I probably, in 20 plus years, I probably deleted 3 or 4 accounts in total, including this one of today. So very, 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 very few. Anyway, I think we can accept this one. I don't love it, but I think it's anyway better than the one that we have at the moment. Now, the overlap is annoying. The overlaps are annoying. And by the way, this is already the model that I improved just a bit. I mean, just a little by making right now. And at the end, the poly count of this is fairly low, right? So is the poly count of this is what? Is 1,900. So I told him to do it 3,000. He did it 1,900. So he did it 30% less, right? But okay, fine.
Never underestimate the power of stupid things in large numbers.
Absolutely agree. Any one of you played the Serious Sam and you remember when he said that? You are probably too young to know, but there was a reason why he said that. In a moment in the game when he said that. It was fantastic. There was I don't even remember the name of the creature. The name of the creature was there was a fantastic creature. Fantastic. It was this creature. No, not this creature. I had it in Italian, so but I mean, or I was speaking. I was. Wait. It's the main monster. I mean, it's not the Nyar, because the Nyar is another fantastic monster. Absolutely insane. Is the other one. Is the one that the bone, maybe it's called bone something. The bone, no. The one that runs with the sound of the bones. This one. Jesus, this one. The clear skeletons, bro. I remember there was a moment. There were so many. Why I cannot click on anything anymore? I don't understand. Can I please click on this? No, I cannot. What the fuck is going on? Clear scales. Wait. Let's search it on YouTube. There was a level where there were millions of them. The Kier Skeletal Lord. There was an infinite number of these things. An infinite number, bro. Why my browsers are not working anymore? I don't know. I don't know what is happening to my PC. I don't know what is happening to my PC. Sometimes I cannot. What is going on? Can you play this video, please? Okay, now it's doing. Yeah, these guys, and they were screaming. Now this guy's staying very, very back. This guy's staying very, 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 very back. Which is the right technique, by the way, but there is not even one tenth or 1 in 100 of how many you will see in the game sometimes. Yeah, there starts to be a bit more now, but still very, very few. Yeah, remember the sound of the bones. Yeah, now, look at how many. Look at how many of these things there were, bro. And they're still coming, by the way. There are still more coming. It's an infinite flux of the same creatures. It doesn't end. Oh my god. And so Serious Sam, I don't remember exactly in which level, right? In which scenario, but at a certain point he kills all of them, right? He kills all of them. And there are like, I don't know, like 300 maybe. And at the end he says, never underestimate the power of many stupid things altogether, or whatever. The power of many stupid things at the same time, or something. Yeah, that one, right? The one that you just played. That was very, very fun. It was a very fun game, by the way. I like Serious Sam a lot. If you never played it, you should play it. It's very fun. Okay, so I think we will accept this. It's not the best. I think it can be improved a bit. I think that in our... but can we commission the other styles to this person? Maybe. I mean, it's not bad. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying that with few small adjustments, it could be way better, right? Like, for example, this freaking square thing, right? This, for example, right? The fact that this texture here is squeezed like a boss, right? So with few small changes, it can become definitely better, right? So, for example, this one, right? It can be easily made double, right? Because it's very large. So you could just take, you know, half of it, mirror it, right? And put it, and then increase the size of both, right? And it will look definitely better than this. And maybe here, right? I mean, why you decimated it here, right? So here it really screams for another, right? It screams for another, loop, right? Definitely. So I don't know. I think that has been done, but a bit rough, right? A bit rough. A bit rough. I think the result is not bad. I think we can use it. Hello, Marcelo. The one you sent me, yeah, but the one you sent me is using a completely different technique, which is not very light, right? Maybe the next one with a little bit of feedback would be right. Yeah, I mean, I'm sending so much feedback to these people that is insane, but... The game has so many temples. Why those people don't make a big ceremony for their disappearance? They didn't disappear. Serious Sam is still alive. There are many Serious Sam. There is Ultimate or the Final Encounter. I mean, I remember there are so many. So many. Music is a bit too loud. Okay, now I forgot what were we doing. Yes, I will save this one. I will save it as commissions. I will save it as the commission cycle. The commission cycle. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what happens to me every time I commission something. Jesus. We have 2 commissions running at the moment. One is this one, but I also have another that I have a bit of hope. It will be better, but I don't know. I don't know if it will be for real. Okay, so apart from that, we wanted to. Now the result is the same as this. The first scene is how to render the air cards, and yeah, but you know, air cards. There are so many air card texture in the market, right? Everywhere. So I don't think I don't know why we should make them, right? And they are actually very good. If you look at this one, right? I mean, there are plenty of it. If you look at this one, right? It's very good. Now it's been applied a bit like a monkey, but the original, you see. So this one is very good because it gives you all the ranges, right? So everything that you need very thick, you map on the left. Everything that you need is slightly less thick, you map on the right. And then you have these other possibilities for very small air, right? Maybe the ones just going down from the neck, from the ear, around the ear or something, right? So there are like this. So I think it is already fantastic. And there are so many. You can find as many as you want on I mean, for $20 they sell you like 100 of those, right? So I'm not gonna draw anything. I just did a test, right, the other day, because we were testing. You remember what we were testing, right? We were testing the tileable, so having a tileable piece with a non-tileable piece and having the transparency on top of it, right? So and then that one I had to create it manually, but it was just a test, and at the end didn't work. Or anyway, it worked partially, I would say. Okay, so where are we in this thing? I don't recall it at all. Yes. So you go to GOG. There is a spoiler in the stream, obviously, because I'm working on this quest. So, but anyway, I think you don't care. So spoiler alert. You need a 4:1 air piece, maybe render it. I mean, if you can give it to me with the quality that I shown you, yes, but it must be that quality, right? It must be this quality. If it's this quality, yeah, when I need a big piece, yes, we can render it. But yeah, I mean this quality, right? If he because it doesn't have to be straight, right? Your example were all straight, right? Which is very bad. So you need to have it like this, you know, a bit with turns, right? A bit with movement, and then it looks a bit more real. And by the way, there is already a scaled down version. I think I have this one at 4K if you really want it. But anyway, let's switch gears. Otherwise, I will never do what I want to do. So so in this quest, right, you basically start with Bankrom, where you go back. You tell him the Nevis signed up. Then you speak a bit about the administration and some other shit, and He's telling you to go to Goog. You go to Goog, you speak with Malco. Malco gives you the idea that you need prizes and trophies for the tournament. And then you start to build the trophies, right? And to do the trophy, you find the amethyst for Lyros, and we already put a kind of a smart way so that you go there and she will not start unless you have completed, right, the amethyst for Lyros quest, which should have 0 prerequisite except the Yonda one, but the Yonda one is here, right? So I think that all this should work if I didn't mess up the numbers. Then Lyros is telling you that she can speak with Gardr, create the thing, you go back, you bring the amethyst, right? You bring the amethyst, you bring the iron. You go back to Bangrom, and here there is the choice, and we arrived here, right? Here there is the choice where you can choose between telling the truth or telling a lie to Bangrom, right? And if you tell a lie, actually it gives you money because you are like bluffing, and it's giving you money. And then we stopped here, right? We stopped here. Now let me just see one thing. This one we did already. Yeah, it is where he's sending you to Amnadair, but as we said, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. This is a pity because there is a whole discussion with this guy, but and it's a fairly long one, but I want to do it. Maybe we can reuse this piece for another part of the quest. So I will not delete it. I will keep it, and maybe we can do something. Yeah, but then you go back to Amel. You go back to Amel, and here I don't understand even how this is related to the whole thing, right? I mean, it's basically completely unrelated. Completely unrelated. So you have to help him, and then you help him, but it's just basically a side quest. It looks to me like a side quest, right? Just to have Hamel a bit more happy, but this looks completely random to me. I mean, sometimes we also need something random, but it's too random, right? It's too random. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. So my suggestion, right? My suggestion is that you go back, you speak about the trophy, he's happy about it. And now I think it would be nice to have at least one quest, right? At least one quest related to Malco, but I don't know. Because you see that here we have moved the wall block of quest on Burrell and Malco to the war Smiters, right? So I think that's a thing that I have to do. Burral is in Oja, right? Yeah, Burral is in Oja. So that could be the first connection to Oja, because I think now we are ready to go to Oja. And and here the question is, can we connect? Can we connect? Can we connect? And database is down. Okay. Can we connect? A guard named Burral and Javed asked the player to collect a written report from the bakery of Chibalgan about theft in his shop. But Burral... I think it would be nice to have a small side quest to just make the sequence a bit longer, right? In any way, so that you have to go to Ojavera, right? So that I think would be cool. So she's the guard, yeah. Why is it always snowing in this world? She's the guard outside of Oja, right? And she has a quest for you. She has a quest for you. And this quest is this one. And she is a mace user, right? So she's actually one that is okay. So I think this is what we should do. We should connect to this. Blunted swords. Let me see. Blunted sword. Burral asks you to help her obtain a whetstone so you can sharpen her own sword, giving you a payment not for the trackers of turning up the note when you report. Okay, I think. I think we can do this. I think we can have Burral as one of the judges. And Bangstrom knows her, right? So he asks you to go to her and help her up to the point that she is convinced to become a judge for the tournament, right? And that may take some time, and sometimes basically means, I would say, 2 quests, right? So it's not really a lot, but it's like 2 quests, right? Look at this shiny armor, by the way. Not bad, huh? Not bad. So, Yeah, the only problem will be the connection, right? When this quest finishes, she's saying, I might have further use of you, so check with me from time to time. Take this for your trouble. In the meantime, perhaps you can go to talk to Pina yet. If you never had done so, it seems to be annoyed all day. So she's actually giving you a lead to the next quest, right? Which is this one, Blunted Swords, and I don't know, which is this one. So the other one is Burral Awkward Task. Burral Awkward Task. I'm trying to get a sense of this quest chain, how it works, and Burral asks you to deliver a report on rogue activity to Jiro Shmikana. She is comfortable meeting him herself. Jiro reveals the understanding. Oh wow, this one requires the winch access. Jeez, it's a bit too much. So maybe we can have only that one then, the single one. Yeah, let's have only one task then. Let's have only one then. Okay, so we will take this one. We will have to change the prerequisite. It's a very short quest though, it's a very short one. I think you can do it in like 5 minutes. I think you can do it in few minutes. So or we do I mean, it's not that I really want to make it longer, but maybe we can use those two quests. So we go for I will have to change the starting text for both of them. But I think probably we can. Okay, let's do this. Let's take these two quests. Let's take so there is a decision, I guess, right? So we do spread the word, and after this we do this quest that we have to change a bit, not much, very little, and then we do this one, and then she finally agrees, right? And when she finally agrees, I think she will start to speak about the plug, right? She will start to speak about the plug, about all the problems that it caused, and the fact that there are still people with it, and even if it's been resolved, right? She may direct you to someone that knows more about it, right? And there you will have to make a choice, or you actually follow the trail, and you start to follow the quest trail and investigate on that, or you don't, and you just go for the other quest chains that are unrelated to the War Smiters. But obviously, if you do, you will never reach the end of the story. So it would be up to you, right? It will really be up to you. Okay, so let's do this. I think this is a decision, right? But we need to create the link, right? We need to create the logical link. I think that the fact that she may become a judge, I think is not bad. Let me see if I ask her about you. I am a guard in charge of protecting the main gates. I stop problem for entering, I stop problem from leaving. Very nice. She doesn't have any particular title or position in the guards for what I can see. No. So it seems that she's not particularly... I mean, it's not a particularly important person, right? But maybe she may have a good technique with the mace, and so we want her in our tournament as a judge, or maybe he's a respected person in the arena of in Oja, and so whatever, right? So we can invent something. That's not a big deal. Let me just see if I can connect to... Yes, I can. Because I will need it. I will need ChatGPT for some English suggestions. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to create a new step. And this new step will be step 21 of the quest, and you can do it. You can do it if you completed any of these two, right? So it will be require completion of spread the word step 19 or completion of spread the word step 20, right? We will have to test all of this, obviously, but and in this one, on this one. So will be you restarting the discussion? Yes, I think you will say what's next, right? And he will I think he will act a bit silly again, because this guy always acts a bit silly. So may like kill a spider on the wall with his forehead or something. Yes, I think he will do that. I want a description. Wait, in my game, plane shift, the player meets a funny character which does often weird things. I want him to kill a spider on a wall with his forehead. Can you describe this with some visuals that we put in brackets, and some text from Bangrom, the character. Oh no, not this guy again. You picked the wrong wall, creature. I trained for this in the caves of whatever. Okay, it's very nice, but it should be shorter, right? It should not be a full dialogue. Well, it can be maybe one or two, but it should be together with the player. Maximum 2-3 paragraphs or dialogues, but I also want the player to interact. So one phrase from Bangrom, one from the player. Can you do it? Stay back. This requires forehead precision. What? You could just use your hands. Staring intensely at this tiny spider. Dunk. The spider is gone. Oh wow. As foretold is very nice. As foretold, I really like. As foretold, we can do foretold. As foretold is fantastic. Let ChatGPT reference past chat. Personalization is currently limited. For more personalization, interact. Blah blah blah. Is this new? Do we want to read the past chat? The problem is that we are working on different stuff. So yeah, but it's not bad anyway. What's next? He suddenly raised an hand toward the wall. Well, why the hand? He suddenly rotates towards the wall, and does a jump back. And jumps back, and jumps back, and jumps back, and jumps back. Stay back. This requires forehead precision. I like this. I don't know why, but I like this. Stay back. This requires forehead precision. I think we can have a sequence in the same step here. I think we don't need a step for this stupid acting. So you look at the wall and you see a tiny spider. And you see a tiny spider. And you will say, and Oini will say, he takes a dramatic step back, then launches himself head first into the wall. It takes two dramatic step back, then launching himself head first into the wall. Okay. Tunk. As foretold is fantastic. As foretold. Oh my god. You observe the scene in silence. You observe the scene in silence. I mean, in theory, we could put some, you know, options here, but I think it's already stupid enough. And then he will say, as foretold. And then he will say, as foretold. So the quest note for this will be, this guy is a very silly character. I mean, I think you can I mean, if you want to have fun, we can have two different answers you can give, right? You can praise him anyway and play with him, or just be upset and say, what the hell are you doing? If we have to, that would be cool. The problem is that I need to split it again, so we need to do something like we did here. So we need a double step, right? A double split step, whatever it is. Which is a bit annoying, but maybe we can do it just for the funsies. 23, 23, and you need no 23, no 22. So these one are mutually exclusive now, right? And you have two options. One option is to say, okay, now I want two options. One where the player plays along, just to make Bangrom happy, and another option where the player tells him that he finds his behavior a bit weird, and a bit weird. I mean, what I want to say that maybe he should not do it at the tournament, right? Or maybe that the spider is, or whatever, something connected to the tournament still. In both cases, Bangron will answer as if he killed a powerful, dangerous, and skilled enemy. Well, let's see what he come up with. Option 1. Fast, venomous, clever, but not clever enough. No, but I also need the player dialogue. God, a wall spider, I've heard they strike without warning. Not bad. But he got it wrong. I mean, this dialogue is after the as foretold. You got it wrong. The dialogue I requested with the two options is after Bangrom kills the spider. So after the phrase as foretold. I can't believe you survived. That thing was enormous. I mean, this is basically mocking him so much. It's not bad, but it's kind of under Warriors for centuries. Today the hunt ended. You know it's gonna be out of my ruin your reputation at the tournament, right? When you step into the abyss and headbutted it first. Very nice. But give me another version with alternative text. It's actually very nice. Reminds me never to underestimate the cave spider again. Wise. Many challenges made the mistake only once. This thing is kind of funny though. Another traitor raised. Do you realize people at the tournament can see you doing this? Let them laugh. Heroes are rarely understood in their own era. Not bad, not bad. That spider never stood a chance against the legendary forehead technique. Which, by the way, is a blunt weapon. Which, by the way, is a blunt weapon. So we can say, I like this one. Wait, I will do a mix between... I will do a mix... Yeah. I would say. So one is that spider never stood a chance against the legendary blunt weapon sitting on your head. I don't know if you can say this though. Can you say? Is it correct? Is it correct to say? Yeah, it works well as Junger's line. It's likely to would be. The spider never stood a chance against the legendary blood weapon on your shoulder. No. It's the forehead, stupid. No, the blunt weapon is the forehead. I didn't get that. The spider never stood a chance against the legendary blood weapon you call a forehead. Okay. Okay, that works. That works. The spider stood a chance against the legendary blunt weapon you call a forehead. Okay. And I say that this one is good. My version, he said it was good. Okay, so we use my version. GG. And he says what? He says he says what? It's kind it's kind of hunted. Yeah, we say this. It's kind of hunted warriors for centuries. Today they are untended. It looks you very serious. It looks at you very serious. Or with a or it gives you a serious look. I don't know. It looks at you very serious. Probably is not English, boys. He looks at you very seriously. Very seriously. Thank you. Okay, and the other one is... Wait, we just have to change this because this must be 21, eh? 21. And the second, sorry, I'm just having some fun with this dialogues. I know it's a bit stupid, but I'm having fun with that. The second one will be where you say something against him, right? Like, do you realize people at the tournament can see what you're doing? I like this, but at the moment we are at the arena, and the tournament will be in few weeks from now, right? So it cannot be, you realize, right? But no, the point is that the player may be concerned Bangrom will act weird at the tournament, right? That is the point to bring in the phrase, right? But no, ChatGPT is not understanding the point. I mean, we are sure it will not do exactly that, right? But could do some weird stuff in general, right? Not this one specifically about a spider. Understand? You stupid AI. Okay, it cannot do it. It cannot do it. Fuck it, I will do it myself. Okay, it cannot do it. Okay, I think this is fine. I mean, it basically said what I said. Okay, this is basically my line, but fine. Do you plan to act like this at the tournament? You might lose your reputation there. And he will say, okay. Reputation is the shadow of greatness. Let it fall where it must. No matter if it breaks, it means he was too weak to survive me. This one is not bad, actually. At the tournament, they will not remember reputation. They will remember impact. I do not act like this. This is my resting combat state. It's not bad. The last one. What were we speaking about? Okay, so I think this one is good. Okay, so next, after this small stupid scene, which is anyway fun, right? Because people when do quests, they also want to have a bit of fun. I mean, actually, it would be very nice if you could give, our quest to someone that just makes them more funny. Because some of our quests are too serious, I would say. Not all of them, but many. Okay, so after this, I think they will send you to Oja, right? I think we'll send you to Oja. So this will be complete step 22 or complete 23. Right, and the menu will be two cities. I mean, I think you can say 2 cities is good, but 3 cities will be fantastic, right? 2 cities is good, but what about What about 3 cities? And he will say absolutely yes. Okay, then the player proposes to expand the tournament from 2 cities to 3 cities, meaning inviting warriors from 3 cities, and Bangrom is strongly agrees, right? Bangrom strongly agrees, and asks the player. No, I don't know if I want to do this or if I want to have the discussion of the judge. So we can do it 2 ways, or we have the judge being the request, or just to expand it to another warrior that is in Oja. I think that the judge idea is better because it connects more, right? Did I voice over Burral or not yet? Because if we voiced over, we have to redo it. No! Yeah, whenever we change the beginning of a quest, right? The first phrase is voice-overed. And so if we change it, we have to redo it, my boys. We have to redo it. That is why usually we should do things in another sequence, but let me see. Voiceover. Burral. No, it's not voiceover, thank God. No, it's not. So we don't have to redo it. Okay, the player was from 2 cities to 3 cities, meaning invite words from 3 cities. And background strongly agrees and asks the player to go to Ojaveda. To go to Ojaveda with two objectives, right? With 2 objectives. One, recruit more warriors as participants, and 2, and here we have the list, right? We have the list of I don't remember where, but I'm pretty sure we have the list. We have the list. If I search, where was it? Avead. Jeez. Yes. Avead. So the text of Avead we have already fully, right? We have already fully. Is Avead a blunt weapon user or no? Yes, he is. Okay, fantastic. Ah, but it is the guy that never speaks. Jesus. Is this guy or no? Yeah, it's this guy. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I mean, it will be fun to do the dialogue for this guy, but yeah, I think we can have Avead and Burral. So I think it will give you these two targets, and I don't know if you can actually start them in parallel. Can we start in parallel the 2 dialogues? Well, the quest needs to start somewhere, right? So there is no way. I mean, it can still be part of this quest. Or we can say, no, I think it's easier. It's easier if we just send the player to Burral and then she will do the rest. Yeah, let's do this. So, oh wait. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, so we say agree to success page with two objectives. One, recruit some more, and two, so one, speak with Burral, and recruit her as a judge for the tournament. And two, recruit more warriors as participant, right? So okay, I need the dialogues. For this part, keeping the character of Bangrom. We could expand the tournament. Instead of 2 cities, we invite warriors from 3, right? 3 cities, 3 rivers of fate converging into one arena. Yes, that is acceptable. This is acceptable. It's not really. Step forward like he's receiving a royal prophecy is very nice. No, that is necessary. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, let's use this. It's not bad. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We could expand the tournament. Instead of 2 cities, we invite warriors from 3. And he will go... and he will go 3 cities... 3 rivers of fate converging into one arena. Yes, that is acceptable. And then there will be this, which I think is... I don't know if a royal prophecy... Should we say a blast? Should we say like a god, like a what? I don't know if I like royal prophecy. Royal prophecy or godly prophecy? Or else we don't have kings. We don't have kings in our game. Divine prophecy. Once the Fallak is receiving a divine prophecy, and then he will say, no, this is necessary. Okay. Okay, good. I like that. Then what? You will go to Ojaveda. It points the player as if assigning a sacred mission. 2 objectives. You will go to Ojaveda. Okay, let's do this. Step 25. Step 25. Require completion of 24. 2 objectives. You will go to Ojaveda. You will go to Ojaveda. 2 objectives. First, find Burral, speak to her, convince her to stand as a judge. Her eyes do not lie. Even when she wishes they could. Okay. I like that. I like this. Sorry, that is his speech. And the speech of the player is you can say amen. You can say amen. Amen. You can say amen. You will go to Ojaveda. 2 objectives. First, find Burral, speak to her, convince her to stand as a judge. Her eyes do not lie, even when she wishes they could. Okay, this is a bit weird, but anyway, it's fine. Second, and you can say, well, it can be the same phrase maybe. Is it too long? Second, gather warriors, strong ones, loud ones, the kind that break shields just by entering a room. Very nice. Gather one warrior, one more warrior. A strong one. A loud one. Strong one. Loud one. I think you have to say a strong one, no? The kind that breaks shields by just entering a room. I like this one. Okay. Return with both, and the tournament will no longer be an event. It will be a reckoning. Okay, so return with both. I don't know if we really want the player to go back to him after this happens, right? Because the idea would be that you then start in Oja and you continue. Yeah, but he can tell you about. So Burral, wait 1 second. Burral is what? Burral is Burral is a war bastion. So it's still a low in the levels. Avead is higher level. Vanek in the winch. No, I think that we don't come back to this guy. At least not in the short term, right? I don't think we come back anymore to this guy. I think we did enough with this guy, right? We had like 3 quests, and I mean, it's a bit of a pity to lose him, but so you go to Javeda. No. Okay. Okay, so I don't want to say return with both, right? No. I think here I will say step 26, right? I will say... You will say, I will. It's long time I wanted to visit Ojaved again. And he will say, return with bond and the tournament will no longer be an event. No, I think I want a phrase where Bangrom is basically saying that He's saying that this will be the last step for the tournament, right? For the tournament, and so the player can continue, you know, can continue alone from there on, and there is no need to speak with him again or something like that. I mean, I want to give the sense, right, that you don't have to go back to the main city again and do stuff like that. So pam 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 pam. Everyone still there? Are you surviving, guys? This boring quest stuff. I know it's not the best that you want to see, but you know, the game is also made of quests, and we are building a main storyline, and we have to do it, right? We have to do it. I also would like to work on, you know, designing silly creatures and or whatever, or adding new code just for fun stuff, like new fishes to fish, right? Yeah, I would like to, but there is also this stuff to do, and we have to do it, right? We have to, because no one else is doing it. Ask yourself why no one else is doing it. I want a phrase where Bengon is saying that this will be the last step for the tournament, and so the player can continue alone from there on. Okay. I want the phrase to be longer, convey a sense of accomplishment, and have some powerful visuals of Bangrom, maybe a hug. You have done well. The more most will survive, the long accomplished. What began as a concept between two cities now becomes something greater. You will carry a Javeri. You will bring Bura to the judge of the table. You will gather the warriors worthy of standing in this arena. There is the final step. I can give this tournament. After this, is no longer mine to shape. Step forward and surprisingly feeling place a heavy hand on your shoulder, a brief pause, and a short hour with sincere hug, like a warrior doesn't to probably means deeply. From there on, you walk along. It releases you and strength returning to its composite stance, and now it's yeah, I think something like this. Now this may be a bit too long, but I think he got exactly what I wanted to do. So let me tell you, I mean, like this is probably too long, right? But you have done well. You have done well. I think I like it because it sounds like the beginning of an end, right? So you have done well. You have done well. I like it. What began as a contest between two cities now becoming something great. What began as a dream, right? What became as a dream is now something great. Is now reality. Let's say is now reality. What began as a dream is now reality. You will carry to Ojaveda. You will bring bullets to just table, and you will gather the warriors who are standing in this arena. Well, I don't know if I want to say all of this. I think I want to say you will carry to Ojaveda, right? You will carry to Ojaveda. It turns back to you, unusually quiet for a moment. I mean, it turns back to you means what? It means that it turns his back to you, or no, the opposite. I mean, he's already speaking to you, so how he can turn again speaking to you? I mean, he's already speaking to you, so this makes no sense. This makes no sense. It turns unusually quiet for a moment, right? So then your menu will be wait, right? And he stepped forward and surprisingly, so with surprising firmness, place a heavy hand on your shoulder. A brief voice, then a short, awkward but sincere hug. The warrior doesn't know how to do it properly, it means deeply. Like a warrior who doesn't know how to do it properly but means it deeply. I kind of like that. I mean, we can change it a bit, but he steps forward and with surprising firmness. No, I would say, and after a brief pause, it gives you a short, awkward but sincere hug. Like a warrior who doesn't know how to do it properly but means it deeply. Okay, nice. I like that. I like that. From here on, you walk alone. I mean, this seems to be a bit too much, right? So you walk alone, and maybe it's. I think I already know the answer, but are the super enthusiastic new guy on Discord from yesterday gave you a PM? No, it didn't. He didn't. You already know the answer, yeah. Now, he said he wanted to, but let me see if he's still in the server or not. Yes, he's still in the server. He didn't leave the server. By the way, this guy is on Discord since 2016. For what I see from his profile. So maybe there is a chance. I mean, he's not a new guy, right? He's a... So maybe there is a chance, but no, maybe I will ping him later, maybe, but he may not have seen my message. Maybe, I don't know. From here on, you walk alone seems to be a bit too much, right? I mean, it seems to be dramatic. The player will still have to interact with Bangrom in the future. I prefer a funny phrase to close, yeah. From here on, you walk alone, but if anything explodes, I will steer about it. From here on, you walk alone, try not to make me regret teaching you anything. When you walk alone, I have already done the maximum acceptable. Nah. No, I think that from here on, you walk alone is too much. I meant to remove the from here on you walk alone. Yeah, you walk alone is too much. Excellent. I will let you deal with the consequences of this idea. That's not bad. How do you say return a hug? I want the player to accept the hug. How do you say in English? How do you say in English? Is it return the hug or what? Return the hug, huh? Or hugs him back. No, I think return the hug. Okay. Sometimes my English is not too bad, actually. Return the hug. And he will say... And he will do what? And he will say... He releases you and straighten, returning to his imposing stance. Okay. He releases you and then his imposing stance. Okay, excellent. I will let you deal with the consequences of this idea. He laughs loudly. He laughs loudly. Okay, I think this completes this part, right? So basically, you did all of this, and now it's time to go to bed. 11:50. Well, maybe we still have a bit of time, but so what are the next steps, right? The next steps are to go to Ojaveda and speak with Burral. So I think we can put it in this quest. I think that this quest can complete when she will tell you that she has other urgent stuff to do, right? Which is the next quest that some players did already, but I don't know how to fix that, right? So the step 27 will be... this is the ending of step 26, right? And the step 27 will be apart from requiring completion of step 26 and completing step 27, which is always a good idea. This one will be you going to Burral, right? Burral, what is the full name of Burral? Vashin. Burral Vashin. Okay, so we go to Ojaveda now, right? We go to Ojaveda, and we go to Ojaveda, and we speak with her, right? And we need to build now the dialogue where basically you convince her to be a judge. Yes, but I'm a bit tired, guys, so I think I will stop here. Before starting the new dialogue, I will stop here, okay? By the way, I created, the AI created for me a simulator, right? A simulator for the card game. And it's actually very good. I mean, it's, yeah, I think it's functional somehow. Now, it's very hard to tell if it's really working or just looks like it's working, but it then is not working, right? Like if it's fake or something. But there is the simulate game, right? This is simulate game that if I launch it, is simulating 100 games, 100 card games, right? And it's telling me who's winning, how many turns the game lasted, what is the average, what is the total experience of player 1, total experience of player 2, and how many times the hero died, and how many bosses have been killed, right? Which is very cool. Now, I'm not 100% sure that this works as expected, right? So, but I think that directionally should be okay. You see that at the moment we have a win rate which is pretty much around 50%, which is very nice. So player 1 wins 47% and player 2 wins 53%. Now that is with random movements, pretty much, with random choices, pretty much, right? There is a bit of logic, but the logic is very simple. What scares me a bit is the number of turns needed to finish a game, which is 49. Right? I think 49 is a big number. It's really a big number. And the number of hero that died, right? So 5 hero died. So this means that, well, 5 hero died on player 1 and 8 hero died on player 2. The fact that player 2 is dying more is because he has no healing. There is no healing spell in the second deck, while the first deck has healing. So you can, with the first deck, you can sustain a bit more the team, right? The heroes. And the other thing that is very weird, right, is this one, which is the average bosses defeated. So I don't understand how it is possible that in 49 turns, right, in 49 turns, we kill the boss only once. That is very strange, huh? That is very strange. Maybe it's just the average that is weird, right? Maybe the average is fucked. Because, like, for example, here I see 3 bosses being killed, right? In 50 turns. And here I see 2 bosses. But I guess there are a lot of games where it's only 1 boss, right? I don't understand too much the 0 boss. The 0 boss seems to be very strange, right? So if there is any game... Is there any game with 0? No, there is 0, 1. Maybe the average is considering the 2 players, right? So maybe 1 average means 1 each. No, it's impossible. But if it's 0, 9, then yes, because there are games where 1 player didn't. So something that should never happen is this, right? Something that should never happen is this. So it's one game where a player has 645 experience and the other only 40. So basically means that player 1 dominated the whole game from end to finish, right? So there was no chance for player 2 to do anything. Or game like this, right? Where 12 heroes died on one side. This must be wrong. It's impossible. 15 heroes died, and we went on like 70 turns. I don't know. There are some of these games that looks a bit weird, right? Like not really correct. Not really correct, but anyway. I'm making some small progresses on the card game, so you will hear more of it. I think considering there is the weekend coming, right? I think I can do some work on that as well. My plan for the card game is the first step is to reach a full Let me open it up a second. I don't have it here. No! Is it? So the first step is... I mean, the card game in plane shift, okay, that's cool, but it's not what we need now. Yeah, the card game is growing into me. It's growing, slowly growing into me. Card game is slowly growing into me. It's growing more and more. So let's say that the main roadmap at very high level is this, right? So this is the main roadmap. Why doesn't type? Because it's black. And then he enters the stupid mode where it doesn't work anymore. Why I cannot bold? I don't know really. What is going on? I don't know. Fuck it. Anyway, I mean, this new paint is broken sometimes. I don't know why, but it's broken. So you cannot make things bold, or anyway, to make them bold, you have to go crazy. You see, it's not doing it. Then maybe you start again and no, it's not doing it. It's not. You cannot click on bold. It's ridiculous. Now it did it if I clicked it before, right? If I clicked it before, then it works. I don't know. It's a bit weird. Anyway, I love paint anyway. They should just improve it a bit. But so the main roadmap is 2 fully defined decks, even if simple, and it is done. Then 2 fully functional decks, and it is very hard because it means having all the powers properly working, right? And it is not done. And it is by playing alone. Play by yourself, right? So you basically play the 2 sides by yourself, right? This is my current objective. This is my current objective. Then the next objective after this, I think it will be multiplayer. So next, I think is multiplayer. So where you can actually play 2 people. And then after that, I don't know if it's deck building or whatever, right? I don't know. Next, I don't know. I don't know what is it. But at the moment, I am here. So I did the 2 fully defined decks, and I'm working on this, right? On the 2 fully functional deck, meaning that they work in the game, right? So that all the powers work, everything is done. So when we finish this, we will be in a very good position. Also, I can give it to you guys if you want. If some of you, I mean, it needs to be a trusted person, right? So I cannot just give it to a random people. But if anyone is serious about testing the game, I can give it to someone, and you can give me feedback, right, on what you think, and we can move from there. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, just an update on the card game. As I feel I'm kind into that these days. Okay, guys, I think it's good. I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow I will not be here, but I will be here on Saturday. So I will see you then. And meanwhile, be good boys and good girls. And I see you the next time. Bye. You can always click follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, by the way, in case you want to do it. Bye.